Louisiana Beer Reviews, Komes Barley Wine Style Ale, 12% alcohol, rich and malty character, intense aroma. European Beer Star 2018 Silver Award. So there's a competition. They won silver. Okay. I think the best by date is January 22nd, 2028. I'm not sure about that. Komes Barley is from, it's a product of Poland, and it's from a company called Browar Fortuna, okay? In a town called Miloslav, Poland, when it was under the control of, it used to be part of Prussia, the Kingdom of Prussia in the German Empire, when it was started in 1889. From 1889 until 1918, it was part of Prussia, and the town was called Liebestadt. Okay, anyway, it says it's a top fermented beer, meaning ale, with a very rich, intense aroma and a complex taste in which malty sweetness perfectly harmonizes with a well-marked but smooth bitterness. When Komes is stored for 36 months, the beer changes its taste. Now, you can decide how long your Komes will mature. If you drink it between 4 and 8 months, fresh and malty. If you wait 28 to 36 months, it'll be dry and complex. Okay. But like I say, I'm not sure about this. It says lot number 59/28/22/1. So really, I don't know what to make of that. I know there's numerous video reviews for this, but almost every video review is in a foreign language, a non-English language. So that's not going to do me any good. There's a few in English. I'll watch those. So this was $4.99 at Dorgnac's. And I'm assuming it's fresh because I go to Dorgnac's regularly and scope out their European section. And I hadn't seen this the last time, and that was only a month ago. Okay. Nice smoke. Bitterness units are not given. So we're going to get a thick khaki head and a very murky tan appearance. Yeah, it's totally opaque. I mean, no way you can see through it. Light won't even come through this murky blend. They said to use American hops, but they don't. No, American malts. Sorry, American malts. So it's American style, and it's got more than average extract. They say hop extract, but they don't say what it is on the website. It's just they're saying it's quality and won a silver award. Okay. Beer Advocate must like it. They're giving it a 90 out of 100. Excellent. Rate Beer, 96 out of 100. They say it's world class. That's how they call world class. And 86 in the style Barley Wine, and in Untapped has it at 75, which is high for them. So I've never had it before. I've had other Fortuna, Brewar Fortuna products, Komes, the Komes line. But let's see. My thinking is it's going to smell like dates, prunes, dark raisins, dark bread crust, and it's going to have similar flavor with relatively low bitterness and a lot of sweetness. But let's check it out. And Beer Advocate said they have it in a snifter, and I have one. Okay. It's boozy. It's like a wine, but it's not wine made from grapes, right? It's wine made from barley. So it's beer wine. Okay. So you get the rich wine-like nose, like the alcohol. Yeah, the bread crust, rich, almost like raisin bread without the cinnamon. It's just very malty and bready. So it's so grain oriented, barley. Now, do they use adjunct? I don't believe they use any corn or rice adjunct. They weren't discussing that on their website. Like I said, raisin, dates, prunes, figs. The dark bread crust. In some ways, when you look at this, it almost has like a purple look to it. Now, it is bitter, more hop bitter than you would expect. Like I said, sorry I don't have the IBU listing, but I'm guessing probably around 30, 27 to 30. So 2.5 out of 5 hop cones. Sweetness, 4.5 out of 5 sugar cubes. So this is very sweet. Now, is that going to finish sweet? They know how to make these where they'll finish, mid-range. Yeah. Say like 51% sweet, 49% dry. So it's balanced in that sense. That it's not just overly gross as you might get with something that's not balanced with hops. So they got to add that. You don't have to do it, but they're doing that to make it more pleasant to drink. It's a heavy bodied beer. There's no getting around it. It's not high, medium, or anything. It's just heavy. You can see that. So I pour it out. It's murky, heavy. There's nothing clean about it. So if you're into crisp, clean lagers such as Miller Lite, and that's what your preference is, and nothing wrong with that, the most popular beer style in America, North America. This is probably not going to be something that you're going to like, although you might like a little 3-ounce tasting of it. Yeah, alright. Clearly not sessionable. If you drink one bottle, it's a risk. You need to drink it over like a 2 or at least a 2-hour period and then cool it. Don't go drinking this and then hit the road unless you're riding in the passenger seat. This is not something to play around with. It's 12% and it's in a 16.9 ounce bottle. 500 milliliters, okay? 500 milliliters. Let's look at that compared to American beers. Most American beers are 355 milliliters, so it would be strong enough in a 12-ounce can, 355 milliliters. Like if you drink this one here, 8.1, it's going to be, that's a lager, hella Stoppelbock, adjunct Doppelbock, high gravity malt liquor with the same type thing, just cut with corn and rice products in that case. Bottom fermented, lagered, aged for probably about 28 to 31 days. This one is probably not aged very long at all, and it's top fermented and it's brewed at warmer temperatures. Now you're getting raisin, the dates, and the prunes. This may speed up your digestive tract if you understand where I'm going with that. It's a holiday special type beer. In other words, you celebrate Christmas Day, New Year's Eve, New Year's Day, Mardi Gras Day, Easter Sunday, something like that, and drink one. It's just not going to be. It's not going to be pleasant to drink a lot of it anyway because it's just too rich and thick, and it's just it's what it's supposed to be. So do I like the crisp lagers? I've been getting into Miller, not Miller Lite, the Milwaukee's Best Light. So really dynamic beer, honestly, but that's for just simple, pleasant, light beer drinking. And I never was for light beer, I'll tell you the truth, but this one is starting to convince me that there's a role for it in my life. But this the kind of thing I would drink at the most 4 times a year, right? Quarterly. Right. $4.99 for 500 milliliters is a great deal because they had the malt liquors. I'm talking about malt liquors like this, but this the non-adjunct malt liquors from Santa Claus, Austrian, the Santa Claus beers. Santa Claus beers in Austria. Over there, and I almost bought them. They had the Helles, the Bright, and the Classic, the original mid shade, kind of darker. The real black one is the Schwarz beer, and I didn't see that one. Those are $4.99 too, and they're 14%. They're really a knockout beer, but it's only 330 milliliters. And if I drink one of those, I feel like I took medicine. This is 512%, so dangerous product. But not a whole lot of chance that you're going to guzzle it down. It's just too rich to stomach that. No sediment whatsoever. I did give it a little shake, but not an aggressive one. I think over a few years you develop sediment. Like if you age it like they don't recommend it. They just say that's an option. They're not saying if you want to drink it fresh, go ahead. It's going to be great all across the new, fresh, mid-range, and old aged. So do it however you want. It's just not going to taste the same. Would it be a nice idea to get 3? That's $14.97. You get 3 bottles, and then do that fresh. Wait a year and a half, and then wait 3 years. Try them. It would be an interesting experiment. This is one of the great Eastern European beers. The communists who seized the brewery from the owners didn't do much to help the company, as you would imagine. Finally, the family that had it before got control of it again, I think in 2005, and they started revitalizing it. First, they spent 2 years modernizing the brewery, so they didn't produce anything for 2 years, and now they're coming on strong for the last 18 years with great products, and we're getting them here. They also had the Imperial Stout, 12%, and then there was a raspberry stout. I didn't buy that one. But okay, so our final assessment. Oh, do we get any American barley wines? North Coast, old stock. I used to see that every time I went beer shopping in Louisiana. I hadn't seen it in years. Showed up once, like in 2020. My friend David got a bottle, and I was like, well, where'd you find that? And it was like going in a flash. That's running about what? What is that running at? About 10? 10? It's a strong one. Anchor had old Foghorn, another beautiful barley wine style ale. But you never see it anymore. Never see it anymore. Sierra Nevada Bigfoot, you can usually find that the first couple of months of the year, like a Total Wine, be overpriced, but that's coming in around, I think that only comes in around 9, so that's like the lower end of barley wine with the old Prospector on there. That's been around since 1983. It's a good one. But as far as other ones, there was Monster from Brooklyn. They stopped making it in 2012. I don't know why, because that was probably the best beer they made. Monster. It was 10. I wish other companies would make barley wine style ales. Abita barley wine style ale. Nola Brewing barley wine style ale. Port Orleans barley wine ale. But they just don't. I guess they figure it's a kind of a dead style. People don't want to drink these kind of things. They say only people want to drink that is older people that stuck in these old traditions from the old days and so forth. Okay, fine, but anyway, I like being stuck in these old traditions. You know why? Because the beer is great. Do I like some modern beer styles? I sure do. And other ones I just hate. Because they don't taste good. They're just not good from what I see. I'm starting to think the bitterness is higher than 30. It's sharp. It could be the alcohol hitting my tongue, not me mentally, cognitively, physically, but that's coming because this is like David Bowie said in 1980, it's no game That's not the right key. It's no game, you know. But yeah. There we go. Oh yeah, you can get a lot of 12 to 14% American beers, beer-based products. At least not really true beer, but they're outrageous. You know what I mean? They come in 16-ounce cans. The MXD. They got all kind of food coloring added. They got all kind of flavoring added. They, what they call in England, alco pops. It's all right if you want to drink something that tastes like Jolly Rancher or Pez or whatever. But I mean, I don't even really like candy. I can't disparage the style. See, that's an incorrect way to review beer. Say, well, I don't like the style, so it's bad. No, it's not bad because you don't like Pez or Jolly Rancher. It's bad for you personally because that's not the thing you want to drink. Other people love that kind of stuff. I don't understand that either. Why you would want to drink a 16-ounce can of beer that tastes like Jolly Rancher? Because I wouldn't even want to eat a Jolly Rancher. But that's me. A lot of times people take opinions and turn them into facts. Those things that I'm talking about, even the Four Locos, they're well made for what they're trying to be. I just don't want to be dealing with what they're trying to be, you know. They're the Four Loko Black. I was kind of researching that, and it looks like they were trying to mimic a very rare product, Mountain Dew Black Lime. First of all, it's hard to find black limes. But they exist. And the way the description I read of black limes, it tastes like that. And it's naturally flavored too. So we had to admit it was an A, but we would never want to drink it again, you know. 14%. But this is all natural, no food coloring added to my knowledge, and no flavoring added. It's like, you know, a real ale, as they call it in England. And it's really great. Is $4.99 expensive? No. I bought so many 12-ounce beers that are $4.99, and they're good, but you feel cheated, you know, because you're not really getting that much beer. By the time you start enjoying it, it's gone. But this really is fitting the bill. It's living up to all the expectations. I thought it was going to be awesome, and it is. And it's a good value per ounce in the craft beer world these days. And it may not even technically be a craft beer, which is basically a meaningless terminology anyway, because it's a big producer. But yeah, it's fabulous. So the score, it looks great, smells great, tastes great. The mouth feels great. The body is great. The finish is great. Oh, the mouth feel. How's it feel in your mouth? Liquidy. No, it's a slight little slickness to it, but it's minimal. Yeah. The funny thing about this beer is, like, the more you drink it, the more grain comes through. It's like grain, which it's not really like wine. You know, the word wine doesn't come to mind, but the word like whiskey comes to mind. You know, grain-based item like that. Grain whiskey. Funny, huh? Anyway, well, barley, so I guess barley is a grain, but malted barley, single malt whiskey. Breadiness, bread dough. Yeah, I can see that. Yeah, but I mean, you know, it's tenuous connection. But it's a fabulous product. I'm going 98 out of 100. 9.8 out of 10. An outstanding beer. Would I buy it again? Would I buy it again? Without any scintilla of hesitation. So I'm going to end this review by saying, laissez-les bon temps relais. Y'all go to Miloslav, Poland, and take a tour of the the Fortuna Brewery. Let's do it English. Fortuna Brewery.